good? It's your boy CZARR, all rights reserved, coming to you. Now, part of the information and the reason why it's taking so long is because we're trying to pan out the details. Again, I don't like doing the accusation game. I like to have the evidence, and the evidence is showing a lot of other things as well. Also, the testimonies of other people looking through them, the actions. It's just crazy stuff. Now, dealing with the whole situation, something that I wanted to point out, something that we haven't talked much about. I got a lot of people hitting me up like, yo, look, she's dating with someone else. I want to make it clear, and this is clear to her. There's nothing stopping her from dating around who she wants to be with. I'm not in control of how you handle your life. Although, when you have certain narratives that are built around stuff you've done and you're acting as if you did not do them, that's a problem. Because you know for a fact you were hitting up girls, causing issue, making threats. We know that. Like, stop trying to back out of that. That's what you did. That's a fact. You did that. Now, my other issue dealing with how you're moving, there's a lot of funny business around money when it comes to you, specifically. Now, if we want to talk and be honest, we both know why you are fighting so hard to stand on the square, that the financial aspect is solely in your hands, because there's other girls who are making claims and they were having threats against them. Would make sense if I want the money for myself. That cannot be denied. And anytime you want to play, I'll have them up here. Anytime you want to play. We're just being real. Now we're just keeping it real. We're not playing with it anymore. So if everything, the power in your hands, there was no problem, you would not have made threats to these young girls. You would not. Not only that, it's the assisting part when it comes to other people around that are suspect. It's like you're assisting them in being suspect to X for no reason. Or are you just caping for them because you owe it to them because they did you a favor? Which either way, it exposes you. So it's best to just play it smooth. Now, I gave you some air, of course, on what you were doing. That was on a lot of stuff. But let me remind everybody, this is not about them. This is about a young man that needs justice. For some reason, since the beginning, very few people were around him even care. Did you notice that? The same vibes that we saw that he was talking about in little snippets and clips he was doing, and it was posting. It's funny how they prove it true without even trying. We saw a skinny Q-tip head get on with her and say, my homie's home. Like, I let that stuff sit there and let it sink in. How wrong could we be if they're saying all this? Come on. Now, the next one. I'm about to start dropping the videos on subjects that me and these people talked about. I hope you enjoy it best as you can. There's going to be people that won't. Obviously, everybody's not going to enjoy it. Because if it's going to hold you to some standard and ask questions that you don't know, because I told you since the beginning the right people are here. They want a rundown, and that's what we're about to give them. And trust me, this one is with the people who act. So earlier, it was the people getting information. This one are the people who act. So that's what we're going to do. We may discuss certain tips and pieces, but I'm going to put it together much more as I'm speaking because we got more info on certain topics than we did before. That's a fact. We got more people involved, more people watching. I got more people on the backside. Here's my thing. I got many other stories. Go ahead, check the resume. I do many different stories. But specifically, there are certain people who want to know about this. They're actively looking at it, actively riding around where you're at, actively figuring out people, actively running down on people. So, as authoritative people, they want to hear a certain narrative. And that's what I'm going to give to them, the info they're looking for. Just that simple. They want to hear about it. Yes, Jenesis, you were making threats to these women. And if you are a new woman, send me the threats that were being made to you. Because actively, we have one having her house fired at, well, a neighbor, and she was next door. And she said they fired at the wrong house. So she's not being intimidated? Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So yes, it's getting real. In silence. In silence. Trust me. Now, another point I want to make. After I did my one video, everybody's seen it. I guess you thought it was funny to say, well, since they want to say I'm a bad mother, let me be smart and twerk on his little bike toy. Like, or try to, let me twerk my thigh bone since she said, let me twerk my thigh bones on this little kitty toy. You weren't twerking no butt. You twerk your thigh bones on the titty. Yo, I thought she was gonna break her hip. She was like trying to move her hip, like ah. Yo, I try to keep composure. It's crazy because they take it serious. Yo, if they didn't take it serious, like she's really looking at herself, saying, "Let me twerk." Man. I'm glad at least Cleo doesn't do it. At least the mother has enough sense that she's not getting up doing it. Now, I bet you money a video comes up and the mother's doing it. Like, yo, I swear they do. Yo, y'all do what I want y'all to do. That's the truth. I can't make it up. You know? I've been doing this. Yo, before people even knew what lit was doing it, we been did it here. Everything's been done. I did what I had to do. The stuff I'm doing is extracurricular, but it's for the right people. Put it that way. Y'all want justice, it's for the right people. Bottom line. It's nothing crazy. But I'm not done, yo. We gonna have fun with this. I got a few more for y'all for this day. I'm gonna do it today. I know I don't post regularly. I got a lot going on. But as always, rock with JASPERRA, CZARR, CZARR, all rights reserved, however you want to put it. You already know. We fought off different people making different narratives about videos, making fake narratives to lie, to try and cover up what we're telling. We exposed them all, man. I got the right people behind the scenes. They figured out who they were. I don't even have the energy for that anymore. But I got people figuring out who all of you are. Like, look, you say what you want. You could say, there's no agents. There's no agents at all. Please keep coming here, doing what you want to do, saying what you want to say. I need you to. It makes me stronger. Do you realize that little stuff y'all been doing makes me stronger? Don't you realize that? When you do funny stuff, I get stronger. Like, that funny stuff you do on the side, it makes the flex so much stronger. And they actually start understanding what I'm saying. That's why I had mad people hit me up behind the scenes. I could chill. Because they were like, yo, we see everything you're talking about. Yo, why is she moving like that? Yo, why'd she do that? Yo, why are they doing that? Yo, they're doing what you said. I know. I'm telling you. Listen, man. We about to go in. And I'm doing it in a different way. Now we're doing it very particular. Very descriptive. I'm moving different with it. Because I hate when people create a narrative that's not true. I hate when you're telling the truth about something and people try to make a lie to cover it up. I hate that, yo. So I got to go in 10 toes down on that. So we're about to finish you up. So I'm going to tell you, Jenny, we're finishing you off, okay? Then we're going on to different stuff in the narrative, as well as I want to get this new conversation going. There are other things going on that I just found out about. And let me tell you, let me be real, because someone asked me, I personally am not avid at gematria. Do I speak the language? Absolutely. But I don't do breakdowns on it because it's not my thing. There are various people who you would love to see that do breakdowns like that. And yes, has a breakdown been done on this? Yes. Was it very descriptive? Yes. What did it tell me? I know that it was funny business, period. He was set up, period. That's all I used it to know. Now, as far as involvement of people, that is where we hit the ground running with investigations. And knowing the gematria and looking at the different things going on, you could basically piece it together and see funny business all around. I got mad people on here who I rock with that already did the research on that stuff. I don't even have to go in on that angle. But if we want to, I'm going to tell you this. By the numbers, y'all want to look at the numbers, Jenny, you got to be careful. Jenny, you got to be careful. You were never the primary person that was accepted into, let's call it the clique. You were never the primary person. You have no talents. You bring nothing to the table. You do nothing. Remember that, because you think it's a game. And I'm telling you, it's not. Because now you're involved in things he was involved in because of the place you put yourself in. You're involved with people he was trying to disassociate from, which you should have learned from him. So if you're so much as the girlfriend, why aren't you smart enough to learn from the way your man's moving, right? Funny. You're the girl, but you never learn to see how your man's moving in a situation to know how to move. But you're so quick to get up and speak on his behalf when he's no longer here. They knew you would be that dumb. I'm telling you, look, you can doubt it. You can say that's not what they say. They knew you would be that stupid because all you're worried about is the money. And that's the type of people they could trick out of their soul. I'm going to say it again. Those are the type of people they could trick out of their soul. All rights reserved.